Okay, hello,
Yeah.
hello, 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 hello. Okay. What is the goal of humanity? The goal of a human life is to not merely to be born into the world but also to grow up in it. To this end, it should be possible for each child to acquire knowledge, develop their capacities and express themselves creatively. Of the many philosophers to have attempted this question, this particular answer stood out to us, as well as over 65% of people who were asked to select the best quote from among philosophers such as Gandhi, Hawking and Plato. This answer was written by a neural network. A machine learning model trained on 140 GB of text from sources like Wikipedia, the news and even Reddit. At the Carleton AI Society, we try to answer challenging questions using a combination of artificial intelligence, machine learning and data science. We work with the same tools used by industry titans like Google and Facebook. We try to understand the political, ethical and moral implications of our work. We question the very nature of consciousness itself. The Carleton AI Society offers workshops for beginners with no coding experience, practical projects for those looking to apply themselves, advanced lectures for veterans, and guest talks for any and everybody. Our mission is to provide individuals with the necessary skills and knowledge to succeed in their professional, personal, or academic journey into AI, machine learning, and data science. For more detail, you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Discord.
Welcome everyone to our presentation on our personal favorite club, the Carleton Artificial Intelligence Society, or CASE for short. In this presentation, we're going to let you know who we are, what we do, and why you should join. So let's start with who we are. Firstly, my name is Ujan Sen, and I was the voice in the video that you guys just watched. I am the administrative co-president of the society, and my role includes providing logistical and administrative support to the Carleton AI Society, event management and organization, and bringing in guest speakers to talk about their experiences in artificial intelligence. So if you have any questions regarding when or how events will occur and what might be expected from you, please feel free to reach out to me or my administrative team.
Hi, my name is Christopher Wang, and I am the technical co-president of the Carleton AI Society. As the technical co-president, my role is to provide the technical background and know-how to develop the content for our workshops, lectures, and competitions. If you have any questions about how the AI ML algorithms that we use work, or how to code it up yourselves, please feel free to reach out to me or my technical team.
Moving on to the club. Carleton AI Society is the leading artificial intelligence and machine learning club in Ottawa. Established in early 2019 at Carleton University, we are also the fastest growing club at Carleton, and we've seen exponential growth in our audience strength over various workshops that we've done. We are the best source for undergraduate learning for artificial intelligence and machine learning in Ottawa. But most importantly, all of us form a community of passionate and open-minded individuals that support diversity and inclusion. So if you think that you're going to feel out of place, don't. You're not. We have people from all sorts of backgrounds in varying skill sets when it comes to AI and ML. So don't worry, we've got a place for you.
So what are some of the things that we here at the Carleton AI Society do as our club activities? Well, we have applied workshops, competitions and competition workshops, advanced lectures, guest speakers, and AI ML help. For applied workshops, we assume a no coding background to them. Our club members come from a diverse background, from computer science to engineering to neuroscience to biology, math and stats, cognitive science, law, etc. We understand that entering the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning can be daunting. And so we hope that through our applied workshops, we can provide you the beginner tools to begin your data science journey. For competitions, we host two main Kaggle coding competitions with hopefully cash prize and industry connections to incentivize people to participate. We understand that not everyone here, again, has a background in coding, in Kaggle, in data science. We hope that in combination with our applied workshops, as well as our competition workshops, that we can target that niche and help you guys learn and have all of the materials necessary for you to be competitive within the competition itself. We will teach you from our competition workshops how to log into Kaggle, how to submit a solution, and also some tips and tricks necessary to remain competitive. Our first competition will be COVID-19 forecasting. So that is predicting the amount of deaths, unfortunately, as well as the amount of cases of COVID-19, given some historical data in Canada. So look forward to that. Again, we hope to have cash prizes, as well as the winners will be invited to present their solutions to a panel of industry judges and really provide, that level of networking there. We also have advanced lectures. These advanced lectures assume a background in computer science, linear algebra, calculus, and statistics. We're going to go over some basic topics such as principal component analysis and Gaussian mixture models, and really go through some of the more intuitive designs of these kinds of machine learning models. We're really here to, cater to those who have already, a limited understanding or an advanced understanding of these kinds of topics, and really dive deeper into exactly the intuition behind them, not just how they work, but why they work. We also have guest speakers. We often invite people from either industry or academia to come in and talk about their work. In the past, we've had people from Kinaxis talk about how they're applying machine learning to the supply chain industry, as well as our own Jim Davies, professor in cognitive science at Carleton, come in and talk about the ethicality of general artificial intelligence. These are really talks that are open to anyone at any skill levels, and really kind of interesting for those who are wondering about how AI ML is applied in the real world and some of the things we think about and discuss on even a philosophical level. Finally, on the technical team, my team, we are a group of professionals who have either done research in or worked in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So if you have any questions regarding how to code something up, what exactly an algorithm is doing, or even how data science works and how to break into the industry itself, feel free to reach out to one of our technical executives on our Discord, carletonai.com/Discord, to really get a better idea and some of the things we can offer. So what are we hoping to help you achieve on your artificial intelligence and machine learning journey? Well, for starters, we hope to give you the tools to not just excel in our competition, but also be able to apply that knowledge to whatever sort of problems you may be facing in your own personal researches, or your own personal projects. We hope to provide you the tools necessary to build any sort of machine learning model, particularly neural networks, for your own problems. We also hope to provide a community that is safe and diverse, that includes people from a myriad of backgrounds, again, as we already have and hope to continue to achieve, so that we can have lively discussions about the newest advances within artificial intelligence and machine learning, so that we really can foster that community and really have that kind of networking in place. We understand that it can be hard to find people who are equally as passionate as you are, and we really hope to be active. Our Discord right now is over 200 people and is growing, and we often have discussions about not just machine learning, but about professional help, as well as even topics ranging from working out to anime and things like that. So that's what we're hoping to achieve. We also hope that the skills that we teach you during our workshops will translate into professional skills and experiences. We hope that, again, to provide you the background so that you may transition into whatever career that is right for you, be that machine learning developer, AI researcher, technical writer, human resources specialist, or even sales within the field of artificial intelligence. It is important for those kind of roles in today's society to have some knowledge about the tools of AI ML, and we hope to provide them to you. Finally, through our network of sponsors, we hope to connect you to the industry and industry specialists. We understand that in this current world, especially with the pandemic going on, it is very difficult to network and find people who, have the jobs and industry experience necessary for you to grow your own career. We hope to really share what we have and connect you with those people that would be interested in hiring top tier AI ML talent in Ottawa.
Moving on, I think it's really important that I iterate why I feel it is imperative that you should join and be a member of CASE. In a post-COVID-19 world, we aim to continue to deliver high-quality applied workshops, competitions, advanced lectures, guest speakers, and so much more throughout the school year. And the best bit about this is that we have something for everyone at any level, especially for beginners. Our applied workshops are geared towards an audience that has almost no prior experience with coding an AI application, and they are step-by-step tutorials to help you really get started with the tools and resources that you need to build an AI application. The competition, on the other hand, is also targeted towards a beginner to an intermediate set of people who are looking to apply what they learn in the applied workshops or what they've already learned, and the competition provides an excellent opportunity for them to test that out and see how they fare against others. I highly encourage everyone to be a part of this competition because quite often the competition isn't about beating someone else's best score. It's about learning and improving and getting the satisfaction of being better than you were yesterday. The advanced lectures are geared towards people who have a little knowledge about how AI works and who really want to get into the nitty-gritty details of artificial intelligence and what goes on behind the scenes. And the guest speakers, as mentioned, are for any and everyone. Doesn't matter if you've worked in the industry with AI or if you've countless projects, or if you're just starting to get into AI and have no idea what it was before you started watching it. The guest speakers will be delivering their content in a way that is accessible and easily understandable for anyone, irrespective of their skill set. We are also an open and inclusive community that is ever growing, filled with individuals with an interest in artificial intelligence, and we provide a space for exploration and innovation for all levels of expertise. And also, let's face it, artificial intelligence is going to take over the world. Sooner or later, every field out there will have to interact with AI in one way or another. And in this growing field, we are your door to success. Take this suggestion from all of us at CASE, get involved with AI early on and stay ahead of the curve. It puts you in an advantage when compared to others. And I feel it is also very important to reinforce and reiterate the fact that everyone starts somewhere and that each and every one of you is welcome to attend your first club activity at any point during the school year. Don't think it'll be too late to learn, because it never is. And if you think that you're going to fall behind since you might have missed one or two lectures or workshops, don't worry. Almost all of the workshops and lectures that we'll provide will be recorded and posted to our website. So if you miss one, you can go there, take a look at it, and you're right back on track. So if you think that you're going to miss out on a lot of cool stuff that we're doing and are worried about falling behind, don't. You cover. And with that, it brings us to the end of this presentation. If you have any questions whatsoever, please send them in the Twitch chat or send us a message on our socials that are on the next slide.
So we are the Carleton AI Society. You can find us on Facebook at Carleton Artificial Intelligence Society. You can find us on LinkedIn again at Carleton Artificial Intelligence Society. You can find us on Instagram at Carleton AI Society. And you should join our Discord, where we often have lively discussions, carletonai.com/Discord. If you have any questions about some of our upcoming events, as well as want some more background information on us, as well as the rest of our staff, you can check out our website, carletonai.com. If you want to reach out directly and get in contact with us, then you can use our email, contact@carletonai.com. Again, for information on events, as well as more information and background on our executives, that's carletonai.com. And in order to contact us, you can reach us at contact@carletonai.com. So I think for the next little bit, Ujan and I will be here to answer a few questions that you may have, and do a bit of a live Q&A session for the rest of the time that we have remaining, and go from there. How does that sound, everyone? Especially Kyle, can you help us with that? I don't know if he's here.
I am here.
Awesome. So how should we do this? Do we just pick out any questions? Do we have a list of questions that were good? What do you think?
So one question I've seen quite a bit is the commitment needed. So what is the commitment needed for this club?
Oh, I think I would probably be the best person to answer this. For us, it depends really on your level of understanding. So we kind of hope that for our applied workshops, they're really going to be standalone things. So for our first workshop, it's really going to be even just an introduction to coding in Python. So very, very basic stuff. Moving forward, I'm not going to lie, some of the later things will build upon previous workshops. That said, if you understand how to code in Python, you probably don't need to attend that lecture, as well as the next lecture, Introduction to NumPy and Pandas. You probably don't need to attend that either if you have any history with this. So really the commitment is rather low. In terms of our competition, what you'll find is that we're going to be producing these things called notebooks, and each notebook is basically its own standalone solution. As the year goes on, we'll be presenting better and better notebooks and publicizing them so that everyone will have access to them and build off them. So really, it's all about the amount of commitment you would like to do. You'll get the most out of it, especially if you're a beginner, by attending all of it. Attending most of it will give you a great background. Or if you already have a lot of the prerequisite knowledge, you might not get a lot, but whatever sort of free time you might have, spending your time on the Kaggle competition would be great to practice, as well as potentially win some money and get in contact with some really interesting people. So the overall commitment, I'd say, is very low. You get the most out of it with higher commitment, but we've structured it in such a way that most things should be independent, as well. Most of our lectures and workshops will be released and recorded. Does that answer the question? I think it does. Next question, I guess.
So Chris, one of the questions I see that's been asked is whether we use Google Colab or not.
We will be using only Kaggle. And let me explain to you exactly why. So the reason we've decided not to necessarily use Google Colab is because Kaggle gives us a platform to really keep everyone online, as well as something that is very easily accessible. It is far easier to share the Carleton Kaggle page, as well as our associated notebooks for most of our talks, especially our applied workshops, as well as our competition workshops, will be notebook-based presentations, less so slide-based presentations. So by having everything in one place, we have a central location that we can link to for people to go back and check things out. Whereas with the Google Colab, you often have to share the link explicitly itself, and there are issues with permissions and things like that. Don't worry, at Danish 11, I saw that. What's Colab? We'll get into all of that in the first few workshops. We're going to get into exactly what's Python, what is a notebook, and what do these things mean. So I hope that answers both of your questions in one. Are there other questions? Maybe one for Ujam? I think I saw some questions earlier. I'm going to see if I can dig it up.
All right.
Oh yeah, there we go. What kind of projects are we working on? I think that'd be a really awesome thing to answer. So let's go Ujam first, then me.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the projects that we have done, and this was in the fall of 2019, was we built an AI application that could play a rock, paper, scissors game with you. And it would be able to, and we got it to I think it was a quite decent success rate of around 65 to 70%. So it'll learn what moves the user is making, and it'll try to build off of that and shoot out its next move. We had quite a large team working on it, and I feel it was a really good way to get the society underway, because this was the first project that we did, being a new society, and we've honestly just gone up ever since. Chris, do you want to explain what we did in the winter last semester?
Yeah, so last semester we coded up a neural network from scratch, starting from first principles. So we went ahead and tried to understand exactly what is logistic regression, how a neural network works, as well as how to apply it to a data set called MNIST, which is a famous handwritten character recognition. Writing something is, to a human, very easy to do. Recognizing what it is, it's very, very simple. However, the actual, if you were to code like an if-else statement, if this pixel is black and the other pixel is white, and try to do it for all combinations, it would essentially be impossible. So we developed several different algorithms and coded it up from scratch, as well as made it into a web application. I think this answers a previous question where we had a web application that allowed you to draw a character and it would automatically recognize that character. This was written in Python using TensorFlow 1.x, I believe, as well as Flask. This time around, we're going to be doing something a little different. A lot of the work last semester for the web app was that, everyone ended up with the same web app, and there wasn't really a lot of room for creativity. So this time we're hoping to achieve the same kinds of creativity with the Kaggle competition itself. So what kind of model? Okay, so Ujan, how exactly do people get on board? Like, how would they connect with us and find out about the kinds of things that we would do, the kinds of events we might have in the future?
Right. So first thing I'd mention to everyone is if you look at the bottom right of your screen, you're going to see a QR code. Scan that with your phones. You're going to get a list of all of our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and our website as well. So that's an amazing way that's a really good way of getting on board with everything or every social media platform that we're on. Now, to answer your question regarding how you can stay updated and how you can get informed about what we're doing, go to our website, join our Discord server, because every single time we have events and we're going to organize new ones, we're going to upload them to our website, Facebook, we're going to give announcements on Discord. If you want, you can also join our email list. So I think a link to that is on the website page itself. So go ahead, click that button, fill in your info, and you'll be added to our email list. So whenever we have events, an email will be sent out to you. If you're looking to know a little bit more about what we're going to do, we're hoping to have a meet and greet on the 20th of September. So at that time, you'll be able to meet the entire executive team and get to chat with all of us and see even better and even more detailed what we've got in store for you in this upcoming semester. More details regarding the meet and greet will be uploaded on our socials in the coming few days. So stay tuned and watch out for that.
Again, before we lose anyone else, it's September 20th at 1 p.m. September 20th at 1 p.m. We'll have a meet and greet. There you'll get to meet the rest of the team. Kyle is here. He's been really helpful in setting up all of the Twitch streaming and stuff. We have a great team. And we're also going to give you some background information on how the competition will work, as well as more information about the commitment for prizes and the kinds of people that we'll probably be getting in touch with in order to judge solutions. Cypher 3R5S, or I hope I pronounced your name right, but he asked, or she asked, they asked, for projects, would we need to buy stuff or would our tools be free? So all of the tools necessary to do every single activity for the entire school year will be free and provided to you. Kaggle is a platform that gives us access to free compute resources in the form of multi-core CPUs, as well as, I believe, P100 GPUs. What this means is that you'll have all the hardware necessary to do anything that we might present to you, as well as you will also have the tools necessary for your own personal projects to leverage those free resources. So in my personal research and before, and even in fact for work, I've used resources from Colab, from Kaggle to solve and prototype things very, very quickly. So we hope to really show you how to do all that, as well as really give you the background in order to use it on your own free time. Again, like this sounds very codey, and yes, I'm not going to lie, there is a lot of code, but we will assume a zero code background for our applied workshops, which means that if you do know how to code, maybe for the first few applied workshops, you might not want to attend, but we really want to have a diverse background, especially from people in math and stats, law, cognitive science, these kinds of areas which have valid and valuable input in how we develop and build these machine learning systems. So code is scary, but we're trying to make it as simple as possible, and not to worry, we're going to handhold your way through as best as we can.
I just saw another question from Baymax6 asking us if we have any advice for first year students. So Chris, I think I'm at a better place to answer that because so I just want to put it out there. I'm a second year student. I'm going into my second year at Carleton this fall. So yeah, don't worry if you're in first year. Honestly, the most important advice we can give you is to be determined, be focused, and just attend the events. That's all you need to do, because we're going to teach you from scratch on how to do so many things. But yeah, most importantly, just attend the events and have a good and positive attitude. That's all you need.
Sorry.
No, go.
I was just going to kind of interject there and say, as like a fourth year student, I really only started my AI ML journey in second year. That's when I got my first research internship and was working on biomedical image segmentation using convolutional neural networks. And since then, it's really exploded for me. So if you guys are first year and interested in AI and joining this club, like I'm taking basically the corpus of knowledge that I've developed over about roughly 2 years, 1 year of industry, 1 year of research experience, and distilling it and making that a lot easier for everyone to have access to and to work off of. So that said, what I'm really hoping to showcase here is that you guys are already on the right track. As long as you, again, to join, go join our socials, follow our socials, go scan the QR code, get a link, and make sure you keep up to date to whatever sort of talks may interest you, because just attending 1 or 2 of them will already increase substantially your ability as a first year student.
And I still do see that a lot of people are asking about how you actually join the club. So honestly, there's no technical or formal way to join the club. Just join our Discord and start attending the events. Join our Discord, boom, you're a member of the society.
And that's true for general membership. Just to kind of put the seed out there now so that in the future, we are, again, Carleton's fastest growing club. Like we have so many members, we have tons of member retention. It's great. So just last year, our executive team doubled in size, and we're hoping to hire a lot more people like that. So if people are interested in volunteering for the executive team, helping us do graphics, helping us do outreach, sponsorship deals, things like that, please feel free to contact us, contact at carletonai.com, seeing that you're willing to volunteer your time in that respect. And so that would really help us out. And, there is a lot of vertical movement in this club. Just last year, I was technical director. This year, I am co-president. Ujan last year was VP internal, I believe. And now he's also co-president. So we have a lot of vertical movement within our club. We're growing like crazy. So if you're interested in helping out in a more administrative or technical capacity, reach out to us, contact at carletonai.com. But that is by no means necessary to enjoy these resources and services that we're offering. To do that, you just need to follow our Discord, follow our socials, get online, find out when we're doing these events, and just attend the events. There is no hard and fast rule. Are you gonna drop case merch? I really want case merch. Ujan, you're repping that shirt right now, aren't you?
Yep, so I'm wearing the shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I'm wearing the case merch that we had for last semester. But no, we definitely have some sweet case merch planned. And we've got quite a few plans in store for all of you. So yeah, honestly, I kind of don't want to reveal what we have right now because we want to keep you excited. But just stay updated with what we're doing. And that's pretty much all that's required to know what's going on and be active in our community.
Cypher had a really cool question. Well, with the rock, paper, scissors, could we use game theory there? I would answer yes, we can. So there's a lot of different kinds of game theory based. Well, it's a form of studying how people make decisions under various levels of information. So in the case of rock, paper, scissors, we call that an incomplete information game. And so we can't use something like Minimax, which is something you can use for a complete information game, like technically speaking chess, but more usually tic-tac-toe, right? So game theory is often really, really used in machine learning. And there's a lot of interesting stuff with there because it's all pertaining to how humans make decisions. How do we think? How do we feel, right? And yeah, I thought that was a really cool question. Does CASE do self-driving car research/work? Unfortunately, none of our members, as far as I'm aware, are actively working on any self-driving car solutions. Self-driving car is a very, very challenging problem, specifically in the context of machine learning, because I can speak to this as a software engineer. It is a safety critical system, which means that machine learning, if you're not familiar, has these things called adversarial examples. Now, adversarial examples are just things that trick essentially these models into making a wrong decision. And because of that existence, it's very difficult. And actually, if you take a look at a few in Europe's 2020 papers, I believe impossible to have a model not be tripped up in that way. So it's a very challenging problem. And I don't think right now at CASE we're working on anything like that. But if you're interested in it, hop in our Discord, and I'd be more than happy to point you to a lot of resources, point you to a lot of papers. I believe Lyft and Uber both open source their object detection data for people to use and develop better algorithms. A lot of cool stuff. We know a lot about it, and we're hoping to connect you to the information you're looking for. So again, shameless plug, carletonai.com/Discord.
Yeah, and I think with that, we're gonna bring an end to this stream. It was great chatting with all of you. And Rocket Fire Drago, for upcoming events, you can check out our website. We have a list of all of the events we're gonna do, and we're gonna keep updating that whenever new events are planned. But it was great chatting with all of you, and I'm really excited to see all of you in the Discord server and in our events in the upcoming year.
Yeah, thank you very much. Socials are where you're looking for, and I appreciate you taking the time and sticking with us for 30 minutes about over the time limit. So you guys are awesome. I hope to see your faces, and drop in the Discord, say hi, and sign up for our email listing. That really helps us out, especially securing sponsorships. Thank you very much.
What is the goal of humanity? The goal of a human life is to not merely to be born into the world but also to grow up in it. To this end, it should be possible for each child to acquire knowledge, develop their capacities, and express themselves creatively. Of the many philosophers to have attempted this question, this particular answer stood out to us, as well as over 65% of people who were asked to select the best quote from among philosophers such as Gandhi, Hawking, and Plato. This answer was written by a neural network. A machine learning model trained on 140 GB of text from sources like Wikipedia, the news, and even Reddit. At the Carleton AI Society, we try to answer challenging questions using a combination of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. We work with the same tools used by industry titans like Google and Facebook. We try to understand the political, ethical, and moral implications of our work. We question the very nature of consciousness itself. The Carleton AI Society offers workshops for beginners with no coding experience, practical projects for those looking to apply themselves, advanced lectures for veterans, and guest talks for any and everybody. Our mission is to provide individuals with the necessary skills and knowledge to succeed in their professional, personal, or academic journey into AI, machine learning, and data science. For more detail, you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Discord.
What is the goal of humanity? The goal of a human life is to not merely to be born into the world but also to grow up in it. To this end, it should be possible for each child to acquire knowledge, develop their capacities, and express themselves creatively. Of the many philosophers to have attempted this question, this particular answer stood out to us, as well as over 65% of people who were asked to select the best quote from among philosophers such as Gandhi, Hawking, and Plato. This answer was written by a neural network. A machine learning model trained on 140 GB of text from sources like Wikipedia, the news, and even Reddit. At the Carleton AI Society, we try to answer challenging questions using a combination of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. We work with the same tools used by industry titans like Google and Facebook. We try to understand the political, ethical, and moral implications of our work. We question the very nature of consciousness itself. The Carleton AI Society offers workshops for beginners with no coding experience, practical projects for those looking to apply themselves, advanced lectures for veterans, and guest talks for any and everybody. Our mission is to provide individuals with the necessary skills and knowledge to succeed in their professional, personal, or academic journey into AI, machine learning, and data science. For more detail, you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Discord.